My name is
course.
Dr. Khalilah Ali.
Doctor,
Former
sorry.
wife of Muhammad Ali, of course.
Yes.
I'm the first Ali. Anyway.
You was the first Ali?
Yeah,
Really?
That's my name. You don't see Khalilah Clay, do you?
Hold on.
Hold on.
So you say first Ali.
Chapter 29 over here.
So you were Ali before Muhammad Ali? Before he was Cassius Clay?
Yes.
Hey, what the name of this show?
I Talk Gray.
I Talk Great.
Are you a business owner, entrepreneur, entertainer, and you got a story to tell? You want to get your brand out there to the world? Well, you reached the right place. Let's set up an exclusive interview between me and you. I Talk Gray, and we're going to go ahead and get your brand out there to the world. But here what you do. Go ahead and send me an email with the words gray at italkgraymedia@gmail.com. See you soon. Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Gray podcast. Man, if you like what you see here, you like the content, you like everything I've been doing, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell a friend, right? I much appreciate it. Yes, I am here with the queen, Mama Ali.
Yes.
Hey, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yep.
Hold on, did you come up with that? Because I
didn't
came
come
up with a lot of stuff.
No, I didn't come up with that.
Okay.
But Bodini Brown came up with that.
Oh, okay.
Ali's trainer.
Okay. So how are you doing? We made it here.
I am doing fine. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I just want to say to you, thank you for inviting me on the show. My name is Dr. Khalilah Ali.
Doctor,
Former
sorry.
wife of Muhammad Ali, of course.
Yes.
I'm the first Ali. Anyway.
You was the first Ali?
Yeah,
Really?
That's my name. You don't see Khalilah Clay, do you?
Hold on.
Hold on.
So you say first Ali.
Chapter 29 over here.
So you were Ali before Muhammad Ali? Before he was Cassius Clay?
Yes.
What?
My father and mother is Ali. That's my family name.
What?
And
I didn't know that.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave him my family name because I kept calling him Dirt. Clay, Dirt. Get it?
Dirt?
Yeah. Read the book, bro. Read the book.
Yeah, make sure y'all cop the book. I didn't even know. Okay. So
you haven't read my story. That's why nobody knows yet.
Okay. So this is why she's here at the I Talk Great podcast.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So I was doing my due diligence today, and you were born Belinda
Boyd Ali.
Okay. So what made them change from Belinda to...
I changed it. I told my uncle, because see, when my mother became Muslim,
okay,
they were just learning about the different names and everything in Islam.
Yeah.
And I was the firstborn, so she's learning while I was already born. She'd already named me Belinda. Mm-hmm. But all my sisters and brothers has Islamic names because she learned of the names and how to use them and everything like that.
Okay.
And I said, well, I want a name. And so I told Imam Wardi Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad's son, to give me a different name. I wanted a Muslim name like my sisters and brothers.
Yes.
And he gave me Khalilah. Yeah.
Okay.
That means friend.
Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right,
you ever seen Superman on
TV?
TV? Well, Superman, while he was on the planet Krypton, his father named him Khalil.
Khalil, yes.
And Khalil means friend. And he told that to Lois Lane. And she said, well, you're Superman. She said, what does that mean? What's your name? He said, my name means friend.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was Khalil on Krypton. But
Krypton.
The reporter at the news station called him Superman.
So how old were you when this name change happened?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
It was in 1975 that I had it legally changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But were they calling you by the other name?
No, Ali was always my name.
Okay,
yeah.
Ali. Okay. So how long did it take for you to like do the mental shift from Belinda to Khalilah?
Well, look, my mother has been calling me Belinda all my life. Mm-hmm. Once my name was called Khalilah, she has never called me Belinda again. Because that's my name. Once your Islamic name is given, you never use your slave name again. ever.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
X'd out.
No, I tell people all the time that there is power behind names.
Yeah. See, names mean something.
Yes.
It has character to it, and
Yes.
and your God-given right. When you get these names, you have to become that character
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you're born with.
Yeah.
And this is why when I was in Muslim school,
Mm-hmm.
we had Black history and we had Muslim history, and I knew all about names.
Okay.
So when Cassius Clay came to my school,
Mm-hmm.
he said he was going to be heavyweight champion of the world before he's 21. So get your autographs now. And I go, how you think, what you mean, what you think you're going to be? You got a slave name. How you going to be something? You know what I mean? He said,
hold on. So you told him he got a slave
I said,
name?
you got a slave name. I said, Cassius Marcellus. That's like a Roman name. You know what Romans did to people? He says, what? He said, no. I said, well, I said, until you get a name of honor, until you get a name of respect, matter of fact, until you get a Muslim name, you're not going to be famous with this. I tore it up and gave it back to him.
What?
And he said, she told my name, man. She told my name.
So did you know what his religion was at that time when you told him that?
Yeah,
or was he?
It was Christian. I said, in order to
Hold on,
change your
hold on,
name,
hold
you
on,
got to be a Muslim.
So you were speaking to
I was
Cassius
talking to
Clay.
Cassius Clay with
Mama
a
told
slave
Clay, I'ma call
name.
him
With a
Clay.
slave name.
But okay, so
Clay
what?
means dirt.
Cassius means dirt.
Clay is dirt you
Clay.
mold.
Okay.
Clay is dirt
Going
you
on
mold.
with Baldy.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said-
where do you think that kind of level of
Well, that
that-
target started right here. When I said that and did that, he just knew. He always keep coming back to me because he's never. You know how the pretty boys get rejected when they get rejected from a 10-year-old. You know what I mean?
Hold on, so you were 10 years old at this time?
Yeah, but I
telling
was,
Cassius Clay that his name is a slave name.
Yeah, because I was a Muslim.
Wow. So okay.
Young
So do you think
Muslims
the religion?
are educated.
So do you think the religion kind of like was the reason that you had all this
Yes,
spunk?
that's the only reason why I knew all this as a
Okay.
child. I grew
Wow.
up in the house of Elijah Muhammad, the leader.
Really?
We all went to high school together. I only went to a Muslim school. I never went to a public school.
Okay. So
From kindergarten to 12th grade.
so what was school like at that time? Was this segregation going on and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
but it didn't mean us. It was just Muslims. We didn't have none of that shit in our school. Because it was about friends. You know what I'm saying? We didn't care about no
hold on. So where
segregation.
was this? Where are you from originally?
Chicago. Born and raised in Chicago.
Wow.
That was the headquarters of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the most feared religious man in America.
Okay. So what was the curriculum like?
The curriculum was reading, writing, and arithmetic. But first, most and importantly, Islam was the beginning of our class.
Islam,
We
meaning like
studied
teaching you the
about
history.
the caliphs.
Okay.
You got caliphs. Caliphs are superheroes in the Islamic world,
Okay.
like Prophet Muhammad, Osman,
Mm-hmm.
Abu Talib,
Mm-hmm.
Ali, Bilal.
Mm.
Oh, these are Abu Bakr. These
Okay.
are real superheroes in the Muslim world.
Okay.
There are caliphs who were the fighters of Islam, warriors of the faith that
Mhm.
fought in wars.
Okay. My parents are from Trinidad, and there's a guy in Trinidad. His name is Abu Bakr.
Yeah, he's one of the caliphs. Abu Bakr, his history was a caliph.
Wow.
He was
He did a lot of
of stuff.
into-
Yes, he did.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. I know exactly about Abu. Yeah,
I was sitting-
Abu Bakr is Prophet Muhammad's cousin.
Really?
Abu Bakr, yeah.
I was sitting in the hotel, and there was a group of them, and they was talking. And it was one guy like not agreeing, I guess, with his policies,
yeah.
and then he was like, "Whoa, bro, careful what you talk about, buddy." And I was like, "Yo, we got to get out of here," because just from what I've known, like they shut Trinidad down for like 3-4 months. Like we were stuck there.
That's right.
So I didn't know like this was all the power from Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. Most feared man in America.
Okay, so
And he called
explain.
the white man the devil right to the face. And every time we have a commercial, a convention or something,
Yeah.
they there turning beat red, but they filming it. They getting it all in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So explain like what
So
was.
that's why I grew up.
Yeah.
I grew
So
up
explain that a bit. Like what was your childhood like growing up at that time in Chicago?
It it was very controversial by me living in the house, growing up with the grandchildren of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We were taught reading, writing, and arithmetic, but the Muslim girls training in general civilization class went through a series of training.
Yeah.
And by me learning martial arts on the outside world,
hold on, you know martial arts?
I was a black belt at 8 years old.
What?
I was a third black belt by the time I was 10.
Who'd you study under? Who was your sensei? I just
Jung Lee, Bruce Lee, and some other non-famous Japanese martial artists.
Okay. So,
I learned a little.
What about Jim Kelly? Because I know he was around at that time.
I whooped him. Yeah.
Whooped?
I whooped him. I challenged him and won.
Jim Kelly?
Jim Kelly challenged him and won. I got pictures of me on the cover of every magazine knocking out Jim Kelly.
What?
Yeah, documented.
That's crazy.
As Elijah Muhammad would bring in dignitaries from the streets.
Yeah.
Such as Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Andrew Young, Julian Bond, people like that, Abernathy. They would visit his home. The mild-mannered young girls that were serving coffee and tea, I was one of them. Most importantly, I was the security.
Really? Like She King?
You like undercover security. So while I'm serving coffee, I'm actually watching the place. I'm watching them.
So they use women as security back at that time?
Yes, sir. Because
I can dig that.
Because they're at least expected.
Yes, yes.
So when Martin Luther King came here, he said, he looked at me and Elijah Muhammad walked out. He said, You're not just serving coffee, are you?
King said that.
Yeah, he said, you're more than just a coffee server, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. He said, and you're actually protecting me right now. Yes, I am. I didn't deny it.
Wow.
So it was when he would leave, then I would be there. If they had to go to the washroom, I would escort them to the washroom area.
Yeah.
Wait behind at the door until they come out and escort them back to the table.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just blowing my mind here, right?
Yeah.
Major history lesson. So
can you imagine what I was doing at that age?
Yeah. You over here protecting Dr. Martin Luther King?
Yeah, and I'm going.
Freedom at last?
Why me? Why not you? You don't question Elijah Muhammad. You just do it what you're told.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why I didn't go all out and do tournaments publicly because I had to be on the down low because
you like an assassin.
Because I was good in weaponry as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So like when they would speak at the convention center, I'm just a mild-mannered little girl, searching people and everything.
But that makes so much sense, though. It's like the Black Widow.
Yeah, but I go in there and I have orders for them. I'm like a lieutenant.
Yeah.
So when I go in there and I'll say, I know these other girls are not good in weaponry. So I said, if you see a gun, just say check, please check, and I'll come and take care of it. Because they don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So when they said check, stuttered and everything, I knew something was up. Because one lady said, check. I said, we got a problem.
Like, was she afraid or was that
Yeah, she was scared because she saw the gun in there. She didn't know what to do. She said, check, please check. I said, oh my God.
Hold on. So at this time.
So that made me go over there.
Okay.
And take the gun out. I said, oh yeah, you got a gun just like mine. I like this. I unloaded it. By the time I got through doing all that, I'd unloaded it.
So you was already skilled with a gun?
Yeah, I was already skilled with a gun.
Wow.
I was good with it.
But okay, so you said Martin Luther King.
I was a deer hunter with my dad.
So you said Martin Luther King was there, right?
Yeah, Martin Luther King.
Was this is when he was making peace with the Nation of Islam? Because I know.
No, he was just having a meeting with them. I've got pictures of him with.
Because I know they was kind of beefing a little bit because he was with the.
It was just.
They had totally different philosophies from my understanding.
Yeah, but they didn't have a beef. They were just trying to get understanding what their role was.
Okay.
And of course, Elijah Muhammad going to ask him to join us. And he said, you know what? I just have something I have to do. I understand what you're doing and everything, but I believe in segregation. And see, we was like anti-white,
Yeah.
you know.
Hold on, say it again. You said you
was
wasn't
anti-white.
So you guys were anti-white.
Anti-white.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not like that now, but
Yeah.
we were then. And it was just like not hating white people, but doing things on your own independently as a black people raising money and building their own world.
Yeah.
But and he just came in kindly, was very friendly visit, and he kindly sit and talked, and he was saying he had a mission. I'm sitting there listening because we're serving and everything. And I hear him talking. He says, well, we have a mission. And he said, well, I have something I have to do, and people need to be together. He said, and then that was something opposite than what we were doing. He said, well, I understand if you decide to come on to me, you're welcome to come in. But he was very, very respectful and very humble and everything. I understand what you're saying, independence, being on your own, but it's something I have to make people love each other, be together. Yeah. Trying to be together.
I agree with that philosophy, but I also look at it where I tell people I understand about the power of us coming together. Because before we can mix in, there's so much that happened to us.
Yeah, we had to be...
Yeah, we got to isolate ourselves first.
Learn, do our thing, and then we can
mix and mingle.
There you go.
Because I feel like in the end, that's why they got rid of King, because he said, I feel like I integrated my people into a burning building. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
he was just going too fast.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but I think all because what he said, a lot of the young people begin to see his side of things. See the side of his thing on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
And if Al-Islam was the way it is now, we could have worked together.
Yes.
We could have worked together.
Could have come together.
But see, Ahmed Elijah Muhammad's whole point was to separate us out of the slave mentality in the first place.
Yes.
That was the whole thing. Yes. We had to get the slave mind out of
the reprogramming of the mind, changing of the name.
Because we've been programmed to, bow to the master. And that's not where it's at. That's not where it's at. We're kings and queens. We're all equal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell people that all the time. I'm like, if they was doing all of this to change his name from Kuta Kinte to Toby, that means there's power in names.
You know what? I got something to say about that.
Okay.
I was in a position to meet Mr. Alex Haley.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
In California at office. I had to sit in the room for this lady and everything. He was going with her. And I sit down and I said, Mr. Alex Haley, I'm a Muslim now, right?
Yeah.
I said, Mr. Alex Haley, I just have one question to ask you.
Yeah.
I said, you have looked, searched, researched, and found your roots. Beautiful roots. With your history being from Islamic lineage and everything. Why aren't you a Muslim today?
Why isn't he?
Isn't he a Muslim today?
Okay.
After searching his roots.
Okay.
He said, Khalilah, he said, I write about my roots. You live yours.
So you think he was like afraid? Because Muslims get a lot of
I don't know what that meant.
Static.
I didn't know what that meant. He said, he said, I write about my roots.
You live
yours.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, thank you. That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Then they gave me autograph copy. It was March 22nd. And I remember that part in the book. But I said, wow, that's deep.
Not everybody could live it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe some people can probably just talk about it, maybe in conversation.
I was kind of disappointed though. And so I made a little joke behind him.
But he's human.
That. And that's all right. He can be human all he wants. But the joke that I made for how did the joke go?
Yeah.
Wait.
See, it was deep.
The joke was.
Was it a rated R joke or was it a PG joke?
No, I can do. It's a PG joke.
Okay.
It was he said, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Haley is on TV today. I just want to let you know he committed suicide. He said, well, why did he commit suicide? Well, he's found out he was adopted. So all the roots thing went away, right? It was a joke. It was a joke saying the roots never happened.
Yeah.
He committed suicide because he found out he was adopted. So all that history was gone. That's what made me come up with the joke. Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit, right? Because I know we was kind of moving forward. We had our feet on the gas.
Go right ahead.
So Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay.
Yep.
Mama called him Clay. I'ma call him Clay. All right. Came to your school.
You get beat up saying that.
I know. So he came to your school.
Came to school.
How did y'all get wifey and hubby? Like, how did that happen? I did my due diligence. I saw you was like 17 years old when y'all got married. Like, was that a thing? Was that legal at that time?
Yeah, especially when your father give you away. That's normal for Muslims.
Wow.
Yeah, you go to my father, you ask for a hand in marriage. If he said okay, you get married.
So how old was Muhammad Ali at that time?
24. I was 17. He was 24.
Whoa. Because now, if you say that now.
I married him when he was in exile. He wasn't fighting. They had took away and stripped everything from him.
So this is when he was kind of going against the army and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I helped him with that.
So you came in at that time?
No, I didn't come in at that time. I helped him at that time. I told you I came in when I was 10. He was 18.
I mean, that's when you met him. That's not when y'all were like
Yeah. That's when I met him.
Okay.
Then since then I wrote poems for him. And then after that, since he was so successful with it, he said, man, you're good for me. We need to get married, but I just want to let you know I don't have any money. I said, don't worry about no money. He said, I'll help.
He didn't have like no successful fights before that? Like,
look, when they stripped him of everything he had married somebody before. She took almost $100,000 from him. That was about the limit of his financial thing there.
Okay.
And when you strip from your title, you're not fighting you no more. So where's the money at? There's no money coming in.
So what made you feel like you wanted to marry him?
Because I need to help him so I can build him up so he can get his license back.
Okay, but what do you think gave you those feelings to do that in the beginning?
Because he had potential. He was a good fighter.
Okay. So
he was a good
you saw
candidate.
his potential.
I saw his potential. I said, sure, if I can help him, get him ready. But see, he got a lot to do. While he's sitting there idolizing, he can speak on the religion.
Yeah.
He can travel and make money.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff like that.
So what were you doing at that time in terms of work where you were like helping him? You was only 17 years old.
It don't matter. All I do is make a phone call, bro. He already had a name. I had something to work with.
Okay, so you was kind of like his agent.
Exactly. That was his wife agent.
His wife.
I found out all.
Y'all hear that, ladies?
Now, I did not have social media as they have today with these cell phones.
Yeah.
I had a notebook and a phone book, and I just called.
Yeah, the yellow pages.
Yes, I had all the to buy me meeting all the reporters like Dan Rather, Howard Cosell, Dick Chap, all these people. I got all their phone numbers.
So you were setting up interviews to kind of trying to get him back in the
I would set up interviews, and I would say he would be over here to be here, and he's going to talk here, and I send a note to them, or a postcard, and they say Muhammad Ali is going to be here at this. He's going to be discussing this and this. I sent about 56.
You was his manager on the low.
56 of them.
Wow.
Coming from his wife, and they said Muhammad Ali sent me a postcard. We're going to be here. When we go there, paparazzi. Set up.
Wow.
Ready to go. Then when he got his license back, I really went crazy.
You went ham.
We would go overseas, the Beatles, England.
What?
Gaddafi.
I
did all the writing, made all the letters.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I know I was good for him.
Okay. I see that. It's just that, now that don't kind of exist. There's kind of like the energy of, you already gotta kind of have it together.
Honey, if Ali was fighting now like it is today, he'll be the only first boxer billionaire.
So you think he would beat Floyd Mayweather?
Don't make me hit you. As you would say back in the day, hell no. Hey, Mayweather,
because you know their energy is kind of similar.
Mayweather ain't pretty. Mayweather ain't good looking. Mayweather can't whoop nothing. Ali will knock him out in 2 seconds.
Yo.
If Ali was who he is then,
yeah.
if Mayweather now, he would last 5 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So let's bring it back to that point, right?
Yeah.
Because we know Ali was mouthy, right? He was outspoken, let's say that, right? So seeing what happened to Malcolm, did you have any fear of like, yo, bro, like you need to zip it because we got a family here?
You have to realize Malcolm was my friend. When I was guarding him in that house, we had a connection.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little girl then. But there was one moment that I felt like a real little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because Malcolm used to wear these suspenders across his back.
Yeah.
And when he take off his jacket, you know how a 12-year-old thinks when you see suspenders? You just want to see what it's like just to pull them and pop them.
Yeah.
You know, that little girl came out in me, I go. And then I just pulled them one day and popped them.
Yeah. What? Malcolm?
Yes. I said, oh my God.
But he looked like, even though he had a stern look, he looked like a sweet guy.
And I kept running away from him. I went over there behind Betty's skirt and he stopped. And then he started laughing. And then I started laughing. He's got a very wholesome laugh. We was all laughing at the time. It was just hilarious.
So you never had any fear seeing what happened to him and his family?
I know about Islam. And you know about Islam, anytime you do something that's disrespectful or not in Muslim, goes the Muslim way,
mm-hmm.
you get kicked out.
Okay.
For about a year.
Okay.
And then if you don't mess up within a year's time, you get put back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm was no different.
Mm-hmm.
So when Malcolm go up and praise Kennedy's death under the leadership of like Mama, we don't praise people's death, especially a white man who helped and loved black people.
Really? You think he did?
Yeah, he did a lot for black people. He gave black people a lot of rights when he was in office. He gave them a lot. So a lot of people loved him.
Okay.
So for him to praise his death, that was disrespectful.
Okay.
But I guess he just didn't understand. He was a fresh Muslim, so he just, that kind of policy, he was angry.
So did Muhammad ever talk to you about their relationship? Because I'm only going based upon the movie.
Well, the whole thing of Muhammad and Malcolm X's relationship was fine. But when you go against Elijah Muhammad, we're not allowed to even have a conversation when you put out the mosque. It's just something we don't do.
Yeah.
It's not that we hate you.
Yeah.
Or anything. There's no malice. It's just that we cannot communicate with upstanding members.
Okay.
For 1 year.
Okay.
That's the punishment. Not communicating with any Muslim, any mosque, anywhere. It didn't say hate each other. It just said you can't have a conversation with each other.
Yeah.
And Muhammad was kind of close to Malcolm, but when you do something disrespectful to Elijah Muhammad, you have to back up.
Yeah.
He didn't say hate the man or dislike the man. That wasn't the case.
Okay. So
we always did like him, but
did you have any fear of, because Ali, meaning,
why would I have
so
fear?
When I say fear,
something happened, you mean because something happened to Malcolm?
Yeah, like how, like, okay, so like how outspoken
first of all,
Muhammad Ali was.
He was spoken
because I see him on a lot of them shows and he was just.
Yeah, but he went against Elijah Muhammad. You just don't do that.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
But that don't mean we have to hate you.
Yeah. Okay. So there wasn't any hate.
This is the thing. I'm security, and I'm the security in the Islamic world.
Oh, you didn't just do security in the Islamic world?
No.
Oh, wow.
Went outside. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. I put it this way. when you go into a mosque, you're searched. Because, see, you might hear something you might not like, and we don't want you to have no weapons on you. You're not going to take it well. So we search you. Okay? And we do that because people have a different reaction when they hear certain things. It might be too strong. So if you don't go in there without any weapons, everybody's safe. Malcolm, I don't know his anger or whatever, because I've had, there are times there were Muslims was against him because he would, simple jealousy. They're just jealous of the man. So, and then Malcolm openly opened up a lecture, okay? And he didn't search anybody. I trust my brother. I ain't going to search you.
Yeah.
And he get shot. Well, this is why we search people, because it avoids what happened to Malcolm.
Yeah.
And that was his fault for not securing his space. You're supposed to secure your space.
Yeah.
You can get him out anytime you wanted to get him. But once he got out from under the protection of the arm of Elijah Muhammad, the CIA went after him. They've been after him a long time. But they weren't going to touch him as long as he was under the arm of Elijah Muhammad. They weren't going to touch him. But once you're out from under that umbrella, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Yeah.
CIA been after him for years. First of all, he was robbing houses up in New Rochelle with white women. Back in the day.
They've
been wanting him for a long time. This ain't something new.
Okay.
This man, when he became a Muslim, he became a good Muslim. He followed the rules. And he was a happy person. There were people who were jealous of him. I believe that. I believe there were some brothers that were jealous of him.
Okay.
I'm sure of that.
Okay.
But he's not a person. He was very close to his family. He protected his family. He did the best thing he could.
He could.
When he went overseas and saw Muslims in all different colors, that confused the man. And for him to see Elijah Muhammad and all these women, that confused him too. So.
But speaking to that, right? Like, the fact that he went over to Mecca. Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel that the Nation of Islam differs from the Muslims in Mecca?
Because he differed, because the philosophy and the mission in America was to change the slave mentality out of black people in America. The Muslims over there, it's different.
Okay.
They know who they are. They know who the prophet is. They know the rules of Islam. And Islam is for everyone. And that's what Malcolm found out.
Okay.
And true, it shouldn't have been that way, but
did that affect your household, like with Ali and everything like that?
No.
Okay.
That didn't bother our households.
Okay.
We was never afraid of anything.
Okay.
That never put any fear. I don't have fear from nobody. No.
Hey.
Well, I guess there's a reason for that. But
so I heard you came up with the term Thriller in Manila?
I came with a lot of terms. Yeah.
How'd that come about though?
When Ali was over there with girlfriends and everything, and I said, look, if I run into him, it's going to be a thriller in Manila. And I took a little monkey and a little 75-cent monkey from Woolworths and was beating this, and I'm going to beat them girls and I'm going to knock them out. So if I see any of them, it's going to be a thriller in Manila. Ali took it and went.
He took it and ran with it. Hey, you know,
like he always does.
Yeah.
He always do that. We always help each other.
Okay.
And I'm funny like that.
Yeah.
He said, oh, I like that. You good. And, he'll take a little argument and turn it into something funny. You can't be mad with the guy for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He's
so
funny.
You said you was angry at the fact that he had a lot of those girls, right?
Yeah, but he's trying to win a fight. You can't be having a lot of girls around when you fight.
But wasn't Islam okay with like polygamy?
Okay. Polygamy does not work in this world.
Really? You think so?
We do not deal with things long as it doesn't mess up our religion, have anything to do with our religion.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to adapt to the rules of our land, the laws of the land.
Okay.
In the law, in the land of America, polygamy is not allowed. It is considered bigamy, and you can go to jail. So it's best to have one wife if you only knew, and that's in the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that was done overseas because they started over there because of the wars. A lot of men were killed, and some of the men took on different wives. It don't have to be a personal wife. It's just somebody you take care of because over there, that's the way they did back in those days.
Yeah.
It's not like that here.
Okay.
So we go by the rules of the land.
So you wasn't with that?
No, I ain't going with that. And if I go ahead and show you that it's not going to work, I'll let you go ahead and try it. You go ahead and try it and see if it happens. Because you have to be able to treat the woman equal. And nobody can treat anybody equal. You can't even treat your children equal. How you going to treat a woman equal? And you have to afford it.
Yeah.
And
but he Muhammad Ali. I'm sure he got it.
Yeah, but the wife has to choose the wife.
Ah.
And she has to have a disability. If she can't have children,
really,
she can't clean, she has to be handicapped by some reason in order for him to choose another wife.
Is that in Islam or
you gotta read the fine print, bro. You gotta read the fine print. Yeah. That's
is that a rule in Islam?
It's a rule. So
she has to be disabled in order for him to...
She has to be disabled. I'm a 28-year-old happy woman with 4 children and still can have more children. And I can wash dishes and run and everything else. Hell, I'm a 9th degree black belt. I'm in good shape.
She said, I'm in good shape.
That's your reason.
Okay.
You just want to whore around. To be honest with you, you're whoring around.
Okay. So I saw something online, right, where when he went over to Africa for the Rumble in the Jungle, right? You had said at this time you kind of had to be his friend more so than his wife. How were you able to differentiate and say, okay, you know what, right now I'm going to be his friend and not wife Ali?
Yeah, I'm going to be your friend.
How were you able to do that?
That was very difficult.
Because I'm like, you gotta say you gotta be friends first.
Yeah, to be friends means I don't have to kill you. And there were things that happened over there.
Because you probably could have killed him, because he wasn't
that would have been the easiest thing in the world. That would have been the easiest thing in the world. But you know what?
Yo, the only person who could have beat Ali at that time.
Oh, he don't want to mess with me. But see, this is the thing.
Yeah. That's probably gonna be a viral moment right there.
If you read the book, you'll find out in Africa, an incident happened in Africa where
say it again.
There's an incident that happened in Africa where there wasn't going to be a fight, and Ali would have been locked up in jail for life.
Why? Because of you?
You gotta read. Yep. Because of what he did over there.
Undefeated.
Because what he did over there, I kept the cops from.
They didn't show that in the movie.
They ain't gonna show it. They ain't gonna show it. Because I control that situation, so
the movie
can have the fight.
Oh, you control. Okay.
But it's written in the book what happened.
Wow.
I won't tell about that. You have to read.
You know what? I like that so much. Ladies, I hope y'all listening to this because you got a lot of women out here. They will mess up the bag.
Yep.
Because they worried about frivolous stuff. It's like, don't mess up the
petty
bag.
Stuff. We worked a long time to come to this fight for Rumble, Thriller in Manila. And I even suggested to have some of our Afro-Americans to go over and visit Africa for the first time in their life.
Wow.
To see their motherland, like James Brown and all that. I helped them pick the singers to come for the concert.
You picked James Brown?
I picked James Brown. I picked Bill Withers. I picked Fania, Johnny Pacheco, Fania, and all sorts, Hugh Masekela. Yeah, I picked a lot of people. Eddie Price, Lloyd Price.
Sorry, this is way before my time. I don't think I was even alive.
My purse had 40 passports for all the fighters and all the workers because they always end up losing stuff. So I had to carry everything for the fighters and become the manager and hold on to the passports and everything like this.
Yeah, James Brown, only name that you mentioned there.
On my way to Africa, I was on a plane with John Paul Getty, when he was kidnapped, he showed me his ear. They cut his arm off.
Okay.
And I was able to see him and go over there and then the Thriller in Manila. I was on the same plane with the Fraser.
Where was Thriller in Manila?
Fraser family.
Where was Thriller in Manila?
Thriller in Manila was the Joe Frazier fight.
Where was that at?
The second one.
Where was that at? That was in Africa too?
That was Thriller in Manila, Philippines.
Oh, that was in the Philippines?
Yeah, they call it.
I ain't know. Okay.
They call it Thriller in Manila.
Okay.
And then Rumble in the Jungle is the George Foreman fight in Africa.
Yeah. So he lost to Frazier.
He lost to Frazier in New York.
Oh,
okay.
That was round 2.
Right. That was the second fight.
Okay. So how was the household at that time when he lost the first time? Or was it like chaos?
I predicted he was going to lose it the first time.
Really? You sure you didn't call it on him? You know, really got the power to speak.
I predicted it. No, I predicted it.
Why?
Because he wasn't training right. And I said, I ain't going to help him. I'm going to back off. Because one of these days, he's going to have to get up out of this thing he's doing. A lot of athletes, like Ali, how great he is. Mm-hmm. I'm sure like Kobe Bryant or King James, Michael Jordan, they get into a slum and they just don't want to do anything. They do it so intense and so perfect. Yeah. Sometimes they just want a day off. You know what I mean? And they just don't feel to forget about it. I ain't doing nothing today. And sometimes they get like that. And because they do it all the time, you know, they on key all the time.
It's like some constant
moments they just
that Mamba mentality.
Yeah, they get this little senior moment. They just don't do nothing, and it happens.
So you felt like he was going through something like that,
and
or
I knew he was. I knew he was, and I knew he was undisciplined, and I knew. And all these brothers said, "Yeah, man, you can do this, man." Yeah, so don't be listening to them people. And
did you throw it in his face though after, or did you kind of like?
No, I just backed off. Backed off. And I'm glad I did so he could lose. Because we was going to have another fight. I felt it's going to be another fight that might be real important. This what he's going to have to remember.
Yeah.
And it did.
Okay. So you kind of wanted him to learn his lesson.
So the George Foreman fight came and he was doing the same thing.
Being undisciplined?
Yes. I said.
But he won that one though.
Yeah, but I'm talking beforehand, bro.
Okay.
Beforehand.
Yeah.
I said, you remember the last time? He said, what are you talking about? I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I got a custom shirt. I love him because he's the greatest. I put George Foreman on my back. And I walked all over the camp. Take the shirt off. Take it off. I said, I ain't taking it off till you train right.
So you was antagonizing him?
Yes, sir.
So was that like a tactic of yours thinking
that, it was.
That would have fueled him?
Oh, it pissed him off. It's a goddamn train.
But I saw you kind of, that fight with George Foreman was kind of personal for you though.
It was very personal because that was the last time I was going to be able to fight with him. That was going to be the last.
Why?
Because I was getting ready to leave him. I got tired of all that stuff.
She said, I got tired of
catching him in the showers with women. On my property. On my property.
In the casa?
In my house, man. In the camp. I mean.
Wow.
It only takes so much, bro.
Yeah. When they say, when a woman fed up.
Yes, that's it.
That's
right. If you're going to do something, just go outside. You
go
do it away from the house.
Okay. See, I could dig that, though.
Well, that's when he began to really believe he was the greatest. You think you really the greatest, huh? You need to cut that out. You need to get off
I'm
of
the
that.
greatest.
Yeah, right.
R. Kelly said,
your ego done got too big, bro.
Hold on. So the movie, right? Did you agree with Marvin Gaye's daughter playing you, or did they just?
Nope, they did it on their own. I ain't agreed to nothing. I could sue them right now, but you know what? I ain't got time.
But I feel like she did a good. So
she didn't do no good job.
You didn't think she did a good
She
job?
didn't do jack. They didn't show half of what I did at that camp. They just showed a nice woman and the nice being nice and all that.
But did it happen like that though?
They didn't have the story.
No, they didn't undefeated.
Because I didn't give them no information.
Yeah. But did it happen like that though? Because
no.
From the movie, it's like, with the woman that he was with in the movie, was that Khalilah Ali's mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But did the affair happen over there, or was it somewhere else?
No, it happens. No, it didn't happen over there. Maybe it did. I don't know. But
Okay.
I'm just saying it was.
Okay.
It probably happened right when the fight was over. Because I didn't let him touch nobody before the fight.
Okay, so he had to be on his
her neck. You know what I mean? So.
But did he keep all the kids together? All the kids like cool? Because I know you had 4 with him.
The man shows off his agility, show all of his little. This is what I had over here. This is what I had. Showing off.
Yeah.
Watch what you're doing. But this is the thing.
Uh-huh.
Everybody thinks Layla's my daughter. She come out looking like me.
I thought so at first until I did my research.
I know it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm glad you did. I remember at the funeral. I remember at the funeral. Layla was talking to Holyfield, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and I saw Holyfield, and I waved at him. How you doing? He said, "Come here." I said, "What's up?" And he said, "How you doing? You looking good." Huh? I said, "Thank you very much." He said, I'm out in Florida right there. I said, "Oh, that's good." And then just swipe it. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
we good.
It's prayer time. Anyway, and so Veronica gets up and goes to me and say, "Khalilah, I want to go to the bathroom. I don't know where the bathroom's at." I said, "That's all right. You come and go with me. We'll go. I'm going myself."
Yeah.
And then Layla goes, "I don't want y'all to go down there and start fighting or nothing like that. I don't want nothing to go there." I said, "Layla."
Was this before the bit ear or after?
That was after.
Okay.
This is when Ali's funeral.
Okay.
That was after.
Okay. All right. Timeline.
So I said, "I don't want you to come down there and find out something going on down there." I said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "We got history, yeah. But you don't know nothing about that. So just leave it alone. If I was going to do something, I would have done that a long time ago. And we went on to the bathroom.
But I saw something else in the tabloids, right, where the children or the family was kind of squabbling over his fortune, $80 million. Did your kids get any of that, or how did that?
No, they didn't. Ali lost. When I divorced Ali,
so you didn't get
the women came in to get all that money. That's what they there for. That's why they break up people's families so they can get the money. Wow. We are the legacy of Ali. Money or no money, we're the legacy.
Okay.
We don't have to have no money to be the legacy.
Okay.
We're the family. We help build that shrine. We help build the money that they getting now. I help build that.
Wow. Okay.
I don't need no money legacy. I make my own legacy. I can make my own money. Hey. I've always had my own money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. If he had done things by the right way, the children would have been taken care of the way they should be. But he messed that up.
So there wasn't no wills or trust funds or anything?
No. If it was, they canceled all of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So seeing how
it's okay. That doesn't bother me none.
No, because everything that you deserve is coming to you. I
didn't marry a man for no money. He had no money when I married him.
So seeing how all of that happened, does that make you now make sure you're on top of your game for when
I stay on top of my game.
Wills, trust funds.
I'll make sure all the kids' trust funds are sanctioned. We take care of our own. We're comfortable with our own. When I die, they're going to be well taken care of.
Okay. When you transition.
They're doing their own thing. They're married. My grandchildren, my 2 grandchildren are big fighters now. They're great fighters.
Really?
They don't have to set nobody up to make you look good. like they did later. They just made sure she fought the right one because so they won't mess up the reputation. They set her up. Yeah, she got beluga. Yeah. They set her up. She ain't no great fighter. She ain't nothing. She just wanted to get some money out of somebody. So she figured I'd start fighting too. But they made sure she fought the right person.
So it was fixed fights.
So they wouldn't mess. Well, they would actually arrange so they won't.
Arrange
not fixed fight, but arrange a fight with some.
So like take a dive.
They wouldn't make her take a dive. Is that they picked somebody she knew she could whoop.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Not fixed fight. Okay. But she wanted to be on her own. She wanted to make money off that name. That's all they was born in the first place.
80 million they were squabbling over.
Well, 80 million, that's the last wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She squandered all that.
Damn.
she took him, and when he was incapacitated, she made sure he stayed incapacitated so she could write over everything he had.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I saw you got remarried, right?
I got remarried,
and then you got divorced twice.
Mm.
So what would you say is like the key to keeping marriage then? I mean, because you had
the
experience.
marriage was okay. It was okay. It's just that he was going through some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a veteran, right?
Okay.
And he had PTSD, and it's just the stuff that I didn't know what was wrong with him, and
Okay.
it just brought me down all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hate each other or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I just said, you know what, I can't handle this. I don't know what you're going through.
Okay.
I didn't understand it, so I divorced him. But we stayed friends so I could find out what was wrong with him.
How long were y'all married?
I just in 5 years.
Okay. All
And
right.
we had 2 beautiful girls.
Okay.
And what it was PTSD. We didn't know what it was. He didn't know what it was. He just know he was going through something.
Hold on. You had more kids after the 4 from Ali?
Yes, I had 2 girls by Ramey Camacho.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't have any children.
Okay, you was in them
Yeah.
out, huh?
And he was Muslim. He became Muslim.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but he died of cancer. Because we was going to get back together after we found out what was wrong with him and everything. We was going to remarry and get back together and surprise the kids after they both graduated out of school.
Yeah.
And he passed away.
Oh man.
Yeah. We was going to get back together. It's just some stuff he was going through I didn't understand. And I was doing it wasn't a divorce that I, really wanted. It's just, I just didn't have any patience for him.
Yeah. Okay.
I just didn't have no patience for that. You have to learn to.
You got to learn the patience.
Yeah, but we were very close.
Okay.
We were close. We would see each other. We help each other. But that was one divorce. It was just me. When I went through the first time, it's just like I just won't accept anything else.
Yeah,
It was me.
Your tolerance level was like, hey, bruh.
It was because of me for the divorce. He didn't want to divorce me, but I just didn't have the patience.
Okay.
I wouldn't tolerate it, and it was my fault.
Okay, well,
It was
I like
all
that.
my fault.
Transparency. All right.
Because he was a good person.
He was a
He
good
was
man.
so nice after he got healed, and
Yeah.
he was going off a little bit. But he got healed, sent him to the doctor. I signed the papers and helped him get his veteran,
Okay.
money. And I showed him how to do that to get his own apartment and everything. So everything
wow.
came off really well.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't a divorce I should have been more patient, but I wasn't.
Wow. I like that. You hear that, ladies?
Yeah.
You could say you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. And if you don't, you won't. It's not going to help you.
Yeah.
It's not going to help you. You have to.
You admitted your part to it.
I admit it. I know it was all my fault. I just didn't have any patience with him.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on with him. I didn't know what was wrong with him.
She's like, man, I
And
ain't got time for this.
And he said, I don't know either. I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed off. I don't know why I'm pissed. And he was all upset about something. And I said, I didn't know why. And I go, oh man, I can't handle it. I got out. But if I had to do it all again, I would have stuck with him. Yeah, because I started learning about PTSD, and then that wasn't known back then. So people was trying to figure it out, and
a lot of things back then wasn't really known,
I even
like
let
psychology,
the children go out there in California so they get to know him. He says, "I'm dying." I says, "What? I'm dying." I go, why are you dying? He said, well, my neck's bad. My liver is bad. This is bad. And I said, well, I'll send the kids out to California. I was in Chicago. I sent them out to California to be with my oldest daughter so they can get to know their father more, be around them more.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important.
No, yes.
So
hear that, ladies?
That's right. That's right.
She dropping some gems in.
Got some gems.
Do you know who Young Jeezy is?
Who?
Young Jeezy.
No.
No? Okay.
Who's Young Jeezy?
He's a current rapper right now.
Oh, that's why.
So he's
I'm not.
So who do you listen to right now from this
You know
era?
what? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Who's
I
playing
don't
in your
really.
deck?
I'm a classical person. I like classical music, jazz, and country.
Really?
Yeah, but there's one guy I really admire. I think he's awesome. with the club, with the bud in the club.
Talking about 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, I love
Bottles
50 Cent.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the beat. Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
make a
talking
nut.
about.
Don't give me a hug.
I
You like 50?
I love.
Okay.
I love
50
50
Cent.
Cent.
You like Curtis?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is Curtis?
That's his real name.
Oh, Curtis Jackson. Yes. You got me on that one. You know, I like Bruno Mars.
Okay.
You know, Michael Bublé.
Who that?
Okay. Yeah.
Michael Bublé?
Yeah, Michael Bublé.
Who Michael Bublé?
Check him out one day.
Okay. Let me Google.
Find him on Pandora. Yeah, he sings songs like Frank Sinatra sing.
Really?
I like Frank
Okay.
Sinatra.
I
I
don't
like
know.
Dean Martin.
Okay.
You know, Perry Como. I like the old classics.
Because when I first saw you, I'm not going to front, it was downtown at the celebrity boxing match.
Okay.
And I was just walking through and he was like, yo, you know, that was Muhammad Ali's ex-wife. And I'm like, what did I was just
I went in the ring that day. I think.
Really?
I got in the ring.
Because you were sitting like right in the front row. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, snap. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I think, I'm not even going to think, I manifested this situation. Because I was like, man, I want to get an interview with her.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
that's so good. I'm so glad.
It's just at that time I was in fan mode and you was
Fan
like,
mode.
yeah, I was in fan mode. And then I met you again at the movie premiere with Bay Night.
Bay Night. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I see you into movies too.
Oh, I
you
love
doing
movies.
production, film.
I'm doing production.
What got you into that?
I got, back in 1978,
Mm-hmm.
I was with
Okay, you went way
doing
back.
protesters with Jane Fonda.
Okay.
And I work with Cesar Chavez. He is the Mexican Martin Luther King. Because of the farm workers, they was like getting $2 for 17 hours of work.
Wow.
It's like slavery. And we boycotted Chiquita Bananas for 40 years. And I
Chiquita.
helped do a lot of protesting with Jane Fonda.
What?
Even though I'm a conservative,
Okay.
I still work with her, and I work with the Democrats with
Okay.
with
So
the
kind of like a
farm workers.
bipartisan kind of thing?
No, ain't nobody. I'm straight up. I'm straight up conservative. I'm straight up Republican. But anyway, but the fact of it is, I work with everyone.
Okay.
I don't have a.
So you had a kind of king method, like, yo, okay.
I have whoever needs help
Yeah.
needs help. So we work with her.
Yeah.
And Jane said, you know what, Khalilah, you helped me so much with these premieres and everything. I just wish I could do a movie with you. Okay.
What?
Cool.
Okay.
So she called me and I did my first movie in 1978 called China Syndrome.
Wow.
With Jane Fonda.
1978.
I'll show you the pictures in my phone.
Okay.
And so when I did that, I said, I've always loved film.
Yeah.
All my life. I've critiqued film, checked
Mhm.
films out. I like to see what they're showing our kids. I like to
Yes.
see what they're showing our older people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think film is something that I like, So one day, 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
a guy asked me Lee Carter asked me to be in the movie called The Grid. It was about drug cartel and human trafficking.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, what role you want me to play? He said, not a drug cartel, but a gangster.
What? You going to be
Haitian-
a thugger?
Haitian gangster. So I named myself Mama Soleil.
Mama Soleil.
Mama Soleil owns Little Haiti in Florida. She learns all the properties in Little Haiti.
Uh-huh.
And she's buying up some of the properties of Little Havana.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to get the routing roads for the drugs so I can know where they are so I can block them and find out where the human trafficking is. So one of the guys who likes one of the chicks in
Mhm.
human trafficking
Mm-hmm.
brings the girl over to my bodyguard and sneak her over to me to protect her. It's called The Grid. It's on season 6 on The Grid on Amazon Prime right now.
What? Y'all
Yes.
better go check that out.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I play Mama Soleil. So I became an executive producer and a casting owner. I have a casting company called The Greatest Casting Agency at AOL.com.
What?
Yes.
Okay, you might put your boy in a movie?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you
know,
can
they
come
sound
right
like
in.
Pac.
All you do is put your name and your number inside the agency. I just
Okay.
had a beautiful talk with Avi Lerner.
Mm-hmm.
He is the CEO of Millennium Pictures.
Okay.
And he's also the owner of all the Expendables. He said,
I saw you in the picture with him.
Yeah. He said, you want
Okay.
to be in the Expendables? I said, yeah. You want to be a good girl, a bad girl? I can be a bad girl attorney. Good. He said, here's my card. Call me. I said, I would love to do an Expendable. Even if I'm a police something, whatever.
Hey, Expendables is going good.
So
I think they're on what? On part 4 now?
Yeah, it's Expendable 4. I was at the premiere with the producer. And
That's
then
awesome.
So I decided, since I'm from Chicago and I love the series Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
Since I'm born and raised in Chicago and I see that, I get homesick. So I decided to make a movie called Pure Justice. I play a sergeant with many detectives working in a police department in Florida.
What?
And we handle all the issues, the prejudice, everything that the people work with law enforcement. I have half of my family in law enforcement, so I kind of know a little about being a cop.
Yeah.
So there are things they need to do with cops. Even though the blues stick together, they shouldn't stick together when they're doing wrong.
Hear that, Popo?
Yeah, if they try to go after a brother and they're prejudiced, you got a lot of them that's racist in the company. But you might find one out of 500 that's racist.
That's racist.
And they just want to. They just
wrong.
want to ring our brothers up and
Yeah.
make them count in the. It's a big racket.
Yeah.
To make money off of for prisoners.
Yeah.
It's a big racket.
But I saw you and your son was coming through customs and y'all got detained.
Oh, yes.
What do you think that was about?
That was about the policies they had laid out for profiling Muslims coming into the country.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you something. When I go in and out of the country, as much as I go in there, I never get stopped. The first time I got stopped is when my son was with me. They mostly antagonize black men, Muslim men. And that's their target.
Okay.
Now, your passport number and my passport number doesn't jive. It doesn't have anything to do with, it tells you where you were born and where you grew up.
Yeah.
So why antagonize me just because I'm a Muslim? I'm from Chicago. And I was coming from Jamaica. I wasn't coming from Syria.
Coming from a yacht.
I was coming from Syria, man. I'm coming from,
And I wasn't coming from Syria.
I was coming from Jamaica.
Where you was at? Kingston?
I was in Kingston, man.
What?
I did a big, man. We was just staying at the making Pegasus. We was having a good time. We come over here, we get arrested. What the heck? What the heck? What are you doing?
You got some ackee and saltfish?
And then they separated me. Yep. And then they separate me and my son. Now, you know when they separate me and my son.
Yeah. They was doing that in New Orleans
I'm getting
too
ready
with
to
the
go
whole
off.
flood.
I'm getting ready to go off.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? Where my son at? Mama protects her children.
Yeah. This like modern day slavery going on.
It's
Just like in
worse.
New Orleans.
It's like pirate stuff. You know what I mean?
This is crazy.
Hijacking people and hanging people and stuff. It had nothing to do with nada.
Wow.
If I wore a necklace that Allah on it, you're a target.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because was this around the time with 9/11?
Yeah, no, it was after 9/11.
But so after that, it was just targeting anybody with that.
9/11 is cast a shadow on that.
Yeah. That's right.
Because those people, get up there and learn how to. And I'm a pilot too.
What?
And those 9/11 people were pilots in Boca. They learned how to fly in Boca. I learned how to fly in Chicago, but
okay.
You
a security guard, actress, a pilot, a mama,
cowboy, race car driver.
What?
Yes, sir.
Cowgirl or
cowgirl?
What?
I used to round up the cattle so we can have the milk cows in the barn and from the other cows. Yeah, I did that down in Mississippi when my mother came up. We had a farm, so
that's crazy.
I should run in the pasture and round the cows up. I used to do it. I used to ride in the rodeo.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, black rodeo. out of Robbins, Illinois. Yeah, right, Black Rodeo.
So you got the book, Undefeated, and Forgiveness.
And forgive.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't support the forgiveness one.
No?
I didn't approve of them putting that out, and they did it anyway.
Oh,
so
wow.
we're going to have to deal with them later. But it's okay. So
okay. Still getting a little press.
Get the Undefeated, because Ali was defeated. I wasn't.
Hey! So Undefeated. Do you think he would approve of the book?
Of course he would. He knows me. He would love it. He would love the book.
Okay.
He would say, yeah, man, she knocked me out, man. I came in the house one time and she threw me in another room. I don't know how she did it. He never carried the key to the house since. He said, I'm coming home, honey. Oh, you playing? He called Howard and said, man, I married a woman that can kick my ass. When she threw me in the... I said, man, you supposed to be telling people that. You're supposed to let people know.
You're supposed to be on the low. You're supposed to be undercover.
Yeah, undercover nothing. You nigga come in my house in the dark and grab me, you going down. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Well, Mama Ali, this was so good.
That's why I never told him. I tried not to tell him I was doing karate. I tried not to tell him. When everybody started telling, when I went to Deer Lake, Pennsylvania, there's a guy, his karate thing up there called George Dillman. Mm-hmm. So I figured I'd sneak up to his school and work out. And I said, I don't want my husband to know it. That nigga went in there and told Ali everything. Yeah, but your wife is in my karate. She's good too.
He went and snitched on you. Wow.
I wanted to kill that guy. Man, oh man.
This was so good, Mama Ali.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out and sharing your wisdom and your story and sharing your side, right?
But
you are undefeated.
But you know what? This is the thing. Mm-hmm. The beautiful part is the whole journey that I went through. Yeah. When I go to a black museum, this brother brought a Black History Mobile Museum to FIU. Mm-hmm. And I went to check it out. I love history. Mm-hmm. When I started looking at the table, the display, 75% of the people on that table I knew personally. Wow. From Adam Clayton Powell to James Baldwin to U.B. Blakely, Lou Rawls. I knew Merritt Anderson, Mahalia Jackson.
I
knew these people.
Wow.
I lived back in the day. I was with them.
I got to get your autograph before we get up out of here.
You got it. But you know what? We have to learn to teach our children our history. It's very important to know our history, because if you know your history, you know your future. It's all set in stone. Your future is ready for it, and you will be really rich and wealthy. If you know your history, you know what we need now. Yes. This thing with racism, they pull race cards every day. And nobody have to hate anybody. Yes. Then we have changed from 100 years ago. We have changed 85% better. Yeah. We can walk anywhere we can walk. We can go to any LA Fitness and swim in the same pool. I mean, we have grown. Yes. We have progressed a lot. You know, you can walk anywhere you want to go. You can go to any restaurant you want to go to. That is not over our heads anymore. Yeah. You can ride in the front of the bus or the back of the bus. Things have changed for the better.
Yeah. So you was around with Rosa Parks too?
Yeah, she was so nice. I met her and she gave me her autograph.
But I heard she was after the first person that did it. Is that true or that cap?
It's always some hidden story somewhere.
Okay.
Somebody was like, it was another person, but I think she got more publicity about it.
Ah, okay.
That happens all the time. But the fact of it is that both women were standing up for their rights. Yes. It doesn't matter. Is it Rosa Parks or the other guy? Yeah. You know, we have, when I was in Chicago and I was 10 years old, the same year that I met Clay, before I met Clay, Elijah Muhammad would take all the honor students to Meigs Field, get in a helicopter and ride all over Chicago.
Helicopter
to go over the city. You see,
y'all was in helicopters?
Yeah, we was in helicopter. And we saw the whole city of Chicago. That was a treat. That's when I wanted to learn how to fly.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
That's
Elijah
amazing.
Muhammad had a Learjet, and the little kid.
Learjet?
Yeah, he had a Learjet, private Learjet, and his son Sultan. Yeah, his son Sultan was a pilot, and he flew his jet.
So you was cool with Farrakhan too?
I've been knowing Farrakhan since I was knee high. We call him Uncle Louie. I've been knowing Farrakhan. I can get him on speed dial. Yeah, I've been knowing him all my life. So when we went to the Sultan called me and said, "Come on, let's come over here. I'm going up. I'm doing solo. You want to go up?" I said, "Yeah, okay." I go up there. He said, "You want to land it? You just do like this and just land it for me." So I landed the plane, and I landed even, smooth like that. Then knocked my socks off. That was it. I'm gonna fly.
I'm sure that was
and
an
then the guy
experience.
ran over to the plane real quick. Sultan, you did not land that plane. Did she land that plane? Did she land that plane?
Yeah.
You did not land that plane. That's
Yeah.
why I came over here. He said, "You want to learn how to fly?" I said, "Uh-huh." Butler Aviation taught me how to fly.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Came down here in Florida. I had an uncle that was on the base of in Pensacola at the Blue Angels base. So I went to go see my uncle. I said, "I want to see Blue Angels." He said, "Okay." He said, "We'll take you over there." I said, "Don't tell him I can fly. Don't tell him I can fly." So the Blue Angels, they like to pull a game on you.
Yeah.
They like to put that plastic all over the floor, take you up in the plane and drop you 1,500 feet and dive, right?
What?
In
It's
a
a roller coaster type stuff?
In an F-16.
Damn.
And I got on the plane and he dropped. And I go, "Is that all y'all got?" He said, "Oh shit, we got a pilot." And they was teaching me how to fly the F-13. And I've been an honorary member of the Blue Angels ever since.
Wow, that is amazing.
I'm also on the board of Compton Aviation in Florida.
Compton? Like, you mean Bompton?
Compton, honey. Straight out of Compton.
West Side?
Straight out of Compton. You want to get high? I'll show you how to fly. Right there in Compton. I'm on the board. And I help teach the boys and girls, black brothers in Compton, how to fly a plane.
What? That is crazy.
Yeah.
What? Aid? Okay, well, let everybody know where they could find you at and where they could get the book from.
Okay, you can go online, Undefeated, or you can go to my notified book signings all over the country.
Yes.
And it's for a book. It's called Undefeated. And if you want to be you want to get in the movie and get casted, you can join the greatest casting agency at AOL.com and put your photo in and your age, your resume or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm always need a lot of extras.
Hey.
So I will be casting. If you go on Facebook to GoFundMe, I'm raising money for our trailer. So you can also support it. $20, $100, just throw it in there and please help us raise the money for the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a pleasure.
Yeah.
This was definitely an honor.
Yeah. And you can go on Instagram, Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali.
Doctor
Khalilah Camacho. I'm a doctor of theology. I was the only Muslim that graduated from a Christian university.
What? You was starting trouble up in there,
Yeah,
huh?
I like religion. I think it's beautiful. It's the best thing that ever happened to you.
Facts. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Gray. We out of here. Peace.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Don't count the days. Make the days count.
Make the days count. You heard what she said. It's Mr. Williams from the I Talk Gray podcast. We out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.